Hey guys, today I have a book for you to read, and hopefully you'll be able to see the pictures behind me. We're going to try something a little bit different. It's a story about God's love for us, and I'll read it to you and hopefully you enjoy it. It's called Cecil, the Lost Sheep. What sort of animal does this man here have? Does he have rabbits? No, he doesn't have rabbits. Does he have giraffes? Maybe, but they don't come into this story. Does he have sheep? Yes, he has sheep. He has 100 sheep. And he has Cecil. One day Cecil was daydreaming. Boring, boring, boring. All I do is hang around with sheep, eat grass, wander down to the river for a bit of a drink, and then eat more grass. Maybe I could run away and get a bike. Or maybe join a band. Wonder if they sound like good ideas to you. Cecil seemed to think so. He looked left, and then he looked right. He jumped over his rock, and he hid. From behind the rock, he snuck behind a tree. And from behind the tree, he ran over the hills to the mountains. Yes, the mountains. He reached the mountains and discovered they were high and steep. Cecil was not deterred. He didn't worry about that. He began climbing higher and higher. And he got steeper and steeper and steeper. He climbed and climbed and climbed until he couldn't climb up and he couldn't climb down. Uh-oh. He was stuck. What's he going to do now? He sat on the edge of the ledge and started thinking. I could shout for help, but what will happen if the shepherd finds me? He might whack me with a big stick. Crack! He might grab me by the leg and drag me home. Bump, bump, bump. And tie me to a tree without my dinner. They don't sound very nice, do they? Back home, the shepherd was counting his sheep. 1 Terry, 2 Kevin, 3 Bronwyn, 4 Lucinda. 96 Meredith, 97 the other Meredith, 98 Amia, 99 Amelie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 96, 97, 98, 99. Cecil is missing. The shepherd ran to the rock and found hoof prints leading behind the tree. He ran behind the tree and found hoof prints leading over the hills. To the mountains. Yes, the mountains. The mountains were high and steep. The shepherd climbed higher and higher, and it got steeper and steeper. When he thought he couldn't climb any more, and wasn't sure if he could climb back down, he heard a noise. Bah! Who do you think it was? Cecil was saved. What did the shepherd do? Did he whack Cecil with his stick? Crack! No. Did he grab Cecil by the leg and drag him down the mountain? Bump, bump, bump. No. He was so glad that he'd found his lost sheep that he put Cecil on his shoulders and carried him home. And when they got home, did the shepherd tie him up without any dinner? No. Instead, he threw a huge party and everyone stayed up way past their bedtime. Cecil the lost sheep had been found. And that's a story about a sheep and a shepherd, which is kind of a bit like God's love for us. God's like our shepherd and we're his sheep. And he loves it. If we're a bit lost, he loves us to come home again. And he goes and tries to find us. And that's how much he loves us. So I'll just say a prayer and then I'll see you next time. Dear God, thank you so much that you love us so much. Thank you that you will go a long, long way to find us, and that you're very, very happy when you find us and can bring us home again. Pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.